think he does a great job in reading our defense. Then you have two receivers who are familiar with our defense. I done went against them for the past couple of years, and they kind of understand what we like to do defensively. So I think when you just have talented receivers, a talented quarterback, and the offense that's had success against us, I think they're going to come into the game with supreme confidence. I think that's just the threat that we have to go into the game understanding.
Is there anybody else on maybe over the last couple of years that you could compare Purdue's offense to, maybe stylistically?
Purdue. Yeah, that's like I don't think I could really compare them to anybody. I think Purdue, the way we prepare for them is kind of particular to just the type of offense that they run. Especially last year when they were interchanging three quarterbacks, who nobody in the Big Ten I think I've seen do that. They might bring in a running quarterback, but three quarterbacks who can run and pass the ball, I think that's definitely unheard of. So Purdue definitely has a definitely a unique style of offense that they run.
Going against Charlie, does it help that you know his tendencies and have gone up against him?
Well, I think it helps a little bit just knowing the type of player he is and what he likes to do. It definitely helps out a little bit, but he's not in our style of offense that we have. He's in a totally different offense who likes to get him the ball, and they'll put him in positions in unique ways to get him that ball. And I think we've seen that throughout the whole year and the success that he's had. That they're definitely trying to target him and get the ball in his hands just because of the playmaker he is and the big play ability that he has. So it'll definitely be interesting to go up against Charlie.
You looking forward to this matchup?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward. So I think I'm looking forward to any matchup. It's just another game on our schedule. Every game is important. This is just another one on the way on our schedule on the way down the road. So I think just going into this game with the utmost importance, like I do any other game, is going put us in a position to be successful.
If you have a chance to get a big hit on him, what's happening?
No comment. No comment. No comment. Yes, yeah, I'll definitely try to put him down a little bit. For sure. A little love tap.
A lot of trash talk this week, maybe?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit of smack talk, especially between me and T. Yeah, me and T came in together, and we even in practice we used to talk smack. So I'll definitely be talking smack to T for sure.
There aren't too many places that are still grass. Does that affect? I mean, what's
Most
it
definitely.
like playing?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a different feel. I think just your footing and how you break and how you move around is definitely completely different. Like the way this feels and the way you have to move around on turf way on grass is completely different. You probably have to wear a different set of cleats. You got to bring out your 7 studs just in case the grass might be a little bit slippery or anything that comes around. So you just have to be fully prepared. Because on my breaks I won't be able to break as clean as I would on grass. I have to make sure my foot is just a little bit more solid so I don't kick up dirt with my brakes and everything. So just to make sure I'm solid on my footwork and everything is basically kind of the big difference. Just make sure I'm not sliding around because the brakes aren't going to be as easy on grass as they are on turf for sure.
They have had success against you guys defensively, not like a lot of teams have not. They've had some big plays. What's been their secret to success against you guys, and what can you do to counter it?
I think just game plan. I think they do a wonderful job in preparing for us, and I think they bring in wrinkles and ways to counter the type of defense that we had. And I think they've had success doing that. I actually think just calling plays at the right time is things that they've been able to have success against us. It's not really they're not. I don't want to say they completely dominate us the entire game, but it's those 5-6 plays that they have that create those big play moments. I think last year with David Bell when he caught the shallow route underneath and we were in a certain coverage and it was a perfect call for what we were in and it ended up breaking for like 60 yards. So I think just making sure that we're always on top of our game and limiting those big plays that they have, especially getting their receivers down the field and make sure that we're stopping the run. Because everything starts up front with a run and just stopping that. So make sure that us DBs are sound on our pass reads and our pass responsibilities. I think that's what's going to be the key to this game for sure.
You don't have to see David Bell.
Yeah, a little bit, definitely.
You guys have kind of preached all year about you hit some bumps on the road, but you're not giving up. This is a close team. Last week, a little bit of validation that hey, we're in this to fight till the end. We're not just packing the season in.
Yeah, I mean, we each and every week we always go into that mentality. I think we never go into a week thinking the worst or thinking something bad's going to happen. I think we've been in every single game. I think we've had an opportunity to win every game that we've had on. Just been those couple of plays that just pulled us away from it. Just took the momentum away from us. So I think in every game that we've been in, I think just a couple plays going our way. I think this season, I think our season is looking completely different than what it is now. So I think our team has the utmost confidence in what we can do each and every week, offense, special teams, defense. We have confidence that we can, accomplish and get the game going and get things done on all ends of the front.
Let's see. Give me a second.
rush.
Yeah, the cameras are off, right?
No.
Do you miss Charlie Jones? Do you talk to him at all?
No, I haven't really talked to him at all ever since he left. Yeah.
Have you guys been game planning for him? I mean, you kind of know how he plays, but
Yeah, obviously he's one of the top targets. A lot of yards, and got to be able to shut him down, and that's about it.
do you miss him?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough question.
Oh, so Jack told me you guys did get to go 20.
We did, yeah.
Force fumble. On him this time.
All right, so yes, we went hunting together. We're hunting ducks, so we're kind of on the same team there. But he was just fortunate enough to sit in the right stand on that day. He was like 50 yards behind me on top of the hill, and the deer walked by. So no, but we were in the marsh up in Hawkeye, and we shot some ducks last week, or 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, but it was a good time, and yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Seth.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What have you been doing in practice to prepare for this game?
Just doing what we always do, and not really changing anything based off of win or loss. It comes down to our preparation, and winning is a byproduct to that, and playing well and executing and doing well first, second down, and getting off the field and third down. Yep.
A lot of people, when they think of Iowa linebacker, it's an exhibition of power. Do you kind of like that role where he gets more of the press and you can just play, or do you feel that at all?
I mean, it is kind of nice because a lot of times he's got to come talk to you guys and stuff like that. And no, but all the credit to him, obviously the player he is and the guy he is, and I'll just play my game and let him get it. Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me at all. Yeah.
I mean, a lot has been made of his growth since he got here. How would you describe your own growth? Obviously, Iowa was the only Power 5 offer. The same old Iowa story of under recruited and growing into one of the best linebackers in the country. How would you kind of describe your time here?
I would just say my goals had to grow. I came in here with some goals set, but I kind of reached those goals and had to set new goals, and now I'm trying to attain those goals, and I think it's just coming in each day and growing, and there'll be setbacks and there'll be tough times, but coming in each and every day and having the support of Coach Wallace and the other linebackers keep me going and telling me that I can do it and I can play here, and that was big for me. And also just buying into special teams when I first got here, and getting my feet wet that way, and then from there just growing into bigger and bigger roles, and now trying to be a leader for the younger guys, and helping them along in their journey.
What do you, when you look at film, what do you see from
Yeah, I think similar scheme to last year, very similar, even with the new DC. They're a talented team that plays hard. Seems like they're pretty bought into their scheme, and it's a mark of a good team. They play hard, play physical, so it's gonna be a real challenge on Saturday.
Will it be weird playing against Charlie?
I don't know. I don't have to line up, across from him. Definitely be cool to see him though. I haven't seen him since May. So be good to see him. Good
You're
guy.
not surprised by his success, are you?
No, he's a really good player.
Have you been able to keep tabs with what he's been doing?
Yeah. I talk to him. If not every week, probably every other week. So we keep up pretty well.
Talk this week.
We text a little bit. Yeah.
So you're still amicable and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it cordial talk, or are you talking trash? What are the texts?
It's been cordial thus far. I would, we'll see before, leading up to the game. I might have to throw a couple jabs at him, but yeah, no, it's all friendly.
When you went back and looked at the film, what did you see that the biggest difference maker where you guys were able to have a lot of success on offense?
I just executed really well. I think all 11 spots executed consistently, and That's what we're looking for this week. Same level of execution.
How was that train sound from, like, mimicking Purdue, or is that like
That's good. Yeah, theirs is they just have like the choo choo. It's less of the longer, drawn out horn sound.
on that big old drum?
Yeah.
It's been your first trip back there, right? Since that first start?
It is, yeah.
What do you remember about that game? I mean, other than the fact nobody was there.
Yeah, and I thought it was, it's I remember my brain being a little, first start. It's always you're kind of all over the place at first. Thought we competed hard that game. Obviously, turnovers hurt us late and couldn't pull out the win, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't remember a ton from West Lafayette. It's kind of that whole year is kind of a blur just with how crazy it was.
Mm-hmm. What can Vines bring to this offense and what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I think Deontay's really talented. It's really cool to see how he competes too. He seems to be a guy that isn't afraid to go out there and lay it on the line every play. And he's got really really nice hands and good route runner, that kind of thing. Physical. So it's good to have him back and in the mix.
You don't see too many zeros out there, maybe never, I don't think ever, for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Yeah, he's the first one.
Yeah.
First number 0.
How much
did that say something about his personality or just?
Oh, I don't know. No, I mean he's a great guy. He's very funny. I think he thought 0 is a cool number, which I would agree, and wanted to wear it. So good for him. More power to him.
How much is last year's game? You're kind of on top of the world ahead of that, number 2 in the country, and then they kind of spoiled that one. How much does that still sting?
I mean, yeah, obviously that game was not very fun. But the lucky part about football is that last year is 12 months ago at this point, and it has no bearing on this game this week. And I just think we're motivated to go get another win.
Obviously, Charlie's having a lot of success. Does it help that you know him and how he plays it all?
Yeah, this past spring ball, we were taking a lot of reps together. And, he made me a lot better corner, and I think I made him a lot better receiver. So, I'm excited to see, that type of growth that I've had and that he's had over the season come together this weekend. So,
how has he been so successful there, do you think?
I think he just fits the scheme well. They throw the ball a lot, like 50 times a game. And, he's a fast kid, and he can take you vertical pretty fast. So that's a way that he kind of fits in pretty well. So
you're looking forward to this matchup?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited for, to get back and face him and face Tyrone and face some of those guys. So it's going to be exciting. And we're looking at it. We're respecting our opponent. And this is another game for us. I see the significance with the outside noise and stuff. And, we're taking it, just as, another team. So.
Why have they had so much success against you guys the last couple of times?
I think part of it was, just trying to stay on top of routes, squeezing routes. Sometimes we can play routes a little soft, and they dink and dive down the field with some of those type of routes. So I think just trying to squeeze on top of routes and stuff like that, we'll see some success. So.
You've got a really interesting history with Purdue. I mean, one of your first games was kind of forgettable. Then you come off the bench, you get the pick against Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, you were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You probably felt like you could help. So
yeah.
Going back there, you're going to be starting for the 3rd time there. It's been kind of a wild ride against this particular team for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the opportunity. That freshman year game, kind of molded and sculpted who I am today, and I'm excited to get back over to West Lafayette and get after these guys. So.
What'd you see
It's good. Got back on the win train. It was nice to see the offense kind of click and execute the plays that are being called, and the scoreboard showed that.
Was there anything different you guys did?
They were just starting to click. We've been practicing calling the same plays and everything. I think we're just finally starting to click.
When a game like that happens, how does that feel? It's got to feel good when something like that happens and you watch it on tape knowing that previous game stuff struggled.
Right. It felt great. We were all smiling, having a great time. The locker room was actually loud after the game, not silent. It felt amazing.
How do you build on it now?
just keep chasing that feeling in the locker room. Just know it's not a one-time thing. Just keep working towards it and keep working hard every day, not getting complacent because we just won a game.
Do you mind find something the last week or so? You know, you had a lot of moving parts, moving around. You're back in the starting lineup. Have you guys found something there?
I think so. I mean, we just keep working every day, beginner's mentality, just keep improving, and it'll start to click for us eventually.
The running game, how important was that to get that going finally? That can open things up for Spencer.
It was huge. It showed Spencer played great. Running game, you'd be able to take some shots down the field, not just have 8 guys in the box every day. It was nice. It opened up.
What do you see from Purdue up front? They're pretty strong along the defensive line.
Yep, they're big. They've got a couple returning guys. It'll be a good challenge for us. Another good week to show what we're made of.
Is it difficult when they can rotate like 11, maybe even 12 guys in at that position group?
A little bit, yeah. They keeps them fresh. You just got to really watch the tape and know the guy you're going against and know his moves and everything.
You guys hit a little bit of rough patch there. You know, people started doubting you. Was last week maybe a little bit of validation that you're not giving up on this season, you're not packing it in, you know, you still got something to play for?
Yeah, I think so. It showed that we aren't going to quit. We're never going to quit. We're just going to keep working, keep pounding the rock, and sooner or later we'll push it through.
Why has this team struggled a little bit lately against Purdue the past couple of years?
I don't know. We're just focusing on this year. It's our 2022 team versus their 2022 team. That's all we're worried about. We're not worried about the past years.
Does it linger, though, at all when you're number 2 in the country and they spoiled that?
I mean, that stings. There's no doubt about that. We knew they got our number last year, the past couple of years, but we're just focusing on this year, trying to be the best team we can be this year.
Went out there, got back in the locker room, everyone was smiling, which we haven't seen in like a month, so it's great.
Because you guys have been telling people that, hey, we're not packing the season in, things like that.
Definitely not.
I mean, does that kind of show people that, hey, we're fighting this thing till the end?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it starts at the top with Coach Ferentz, the way he talks to us. He knows that we're not going to give up, and the way all of us carry ourselves in the weight room, in the locker room, out there on the practice field. We all believe in ourselves and know that we have, I don't know, what is it, 5 games left? But we're taking it one game at a time and going to give it our all every single game.
Any texts with Charlie this week?
No, I haven't talked to Charlie yet. So I'll see him out there on Saturday. Wish him well. Hopefully he has no catches. Tyrone too. And then we'll get the win. Yeah.
Have you are you surprised by his success, or do you think that he's doing something like this?
I mean, I've always known Charlie was a special player, and I'm happy for all his success this year, but I mean, I'm a receiver, he's a receiver, so I don't really go up against him, so I'm sure that the DBs are watching him more than I'm watching him, but I'm happy for him.
Were you surprised when he left? Was it a surprise, or did you see it?
I don't really know. Yeah, it was a surprise, I guess. I didn't expect anyone to leave, you know, because we have such a brotherhood here and everything, but he left, and if you don't want to be here, you can't force somebody to be here, and just wishing him luck, and that's really it.
I mean, all along you knew this day would come where you'd be talking about going up against him, right? Or
yeah, I mean, I figured
personally,
I'd
but-
come out here and there'd be every question about Charlie, so I was trying to prepare myself before I walked out here.
Did you guys have some good nights downtown together? Or?
Charlie? I mean, we had some good times together. We lived together during COVID, so me, Spence, and Charlie. So we got super close then, just building chemistry and stuff like that. But our paths are separate ways now, and can't look back on it. Just got to focus on preparing this week and playing my best game possible.
So his numbers surprise you at all? I mean, the amount of catches and what he's done?
I mean, not really. I don't really like dissect his numbers after every week. I see him on ESPN when like the games happen and stuff. It doesn't surprise me. I knew he was a good player, but just focusing on us and preparing for their DBs, not their receivers, because I'm on offense.
How much do you talk to him?
A decent amount. I mean, we're pretty close friends, so I probably talked to him 2 weeks ago, just like wishing him luck and saying he had a good game and stuff like that. We'll go back and forth for a little bit, but that's really it. We're both busy with football right now, obviously, so that's it.
Did he ever say like, "Hey, sorry, like nothing personal, I had to leave," or did he just leave?
No, he told me before he left because, like I said, we were pretty close like that. So he let me know he was leaving. I wished him luck, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Well,
The offense in general, how do you build on that from last week?
just continuing to work hard every single day, knowing that I don't know, you guys don't want to hear about practice, and neither do any of the fans. So just continuing to just bust our ass every single day, though. That's really how it has to be, and building and growing every single week. Just stuff like that.
As it's been, like, is it back to, or do you have to kind of rehab it every week?
I mean, I've definitely been rehabbing it every single day. So I feel like last week and this week has been the best I've felt in a while. And right after surgery, I felt like I just thought it was going to go back to normal. So I wasn't rehabbing it as best as I could. In the last 2 weeks, I've decided to just like rehab it as much as I possibly can. And obviously because of that, my foot's starting to feel better. It's almost as if the trainers know what they're talking about when they tell you to do things. And so I decided to just listen to them, and now I'm starting to feel better. Mm-hmm.